my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That ending. That ending. Okay. I need to start over and over from the beginning. I begin as always in the matchless name of Jesus. This video is going to be doing my review of Arrow Season 3, Episode 10, Left Behind. Okay, so we open up with a few flashbacks to the beginning, to the past where they go to, where Oliver goes to take on the Ra's al Ghul, and he's killed, and then in the flashbacks, Tatsu is taken. So we realize, and then we go back to, and then we go back to present day, and then all of Ghul, Felicity, and Roy are still fighting the good fight. Roy is using using a motorcycle to go after stop some bad guys, and meanwhile, Ghul is in the hood using Oliver's suit. They take them down, they leave, and so then we go to the opening credits, then we go back, and then we see we see them just going after, waiting for him, just hoping that there's some sign that he is alive, Oliver is, and then they go to, meanwhile, one of the guys that are stopped by Roy and Ghul is kind of convicted by Laurel, and then we move on further, and then we see then we go see them, and then we get our first look of Danny Brickwell a little bit afterwards. By the way, for those of you who don't know, Danny Brickwell is one of the bad guys in which Green Arrow faces on a recurring basis. So it was really cool. We see him beat one of his henchmen to a pulp, which was really emotional and brutal. So, and then he moves on to a next thing. So they're just like still, and then also they see Malcolm Merlin comes down, and he informs them, questions them about whether they know about whether Oliver is still alive or not, and then we go on to, meanwhile in the flashbacks, Amanda Waller has Maseo and Tatsu doing some of her dirty work, and it involves going down into some sort of office. And okay, I should go save that for later. And then we go to the and then we see, and then meanwhile Laurel just goes down there, gives them hope, and just like says that Oliver's still alive. And then meanwhile Felicity is seemingly, in my opinion, in denial during this episode. So that was cool. In this denial during this episode. And then also we see a bit of a fight, nice little fight scene between Arrow and fight scene between Malcolm and Thea, which was pretty cool. Nice seeing them. That was a very good fight scene. And then we see Thea showing some concern and worry at the fact that she has not heard from her brother in 3 or 4 days. So saddening. And then we go back, and then Malcolm decides to go look into that. Then Malcolm comes in a little bit later with the sword which Ra's al Ghul used to kill him, and then he realizes and informs him that Oliver is dead. So Felicity is sad and crying, and then she goes to Ray, who is trying out his new suit and stuff, and goes on, and she's working on something on the computer, and she says to Ray that this is not going to work and that's not going to bring her back to life. She was pretty much speaking to herself as much as she was speaking to Ray at this moment. And Ray says, but don't tell me what she wouldn't want. She meaning Ray's dead fiance. So she goes back there. Meanwhile, Roy and Diggle go back to fight, go over there to stop one of Brick's mooks, and then we get a nice little action scene from Roy, as he's fighting taking out some of the henchmen via his bow and arrow, which was really cool. And then we also get to see something from some Diggle as well. And then it comes down to a bit of a fight between Diggle and Brick. Brick gives the guy his gun, and he gets shot with it. Diggle shoots him with it, and it doesn't do much. By the way, in the comic book, Brick's real name is Danny Brickwell, and he's called Brick because he took many bullets and still lived. That's why he's called Brick. So, and then what comes next is a nice little fight between Danny Brickwell and Diggle. Pretty good fight too. And then the cops, and then Quinn and Larry Lance comes into the place with his fellow cops, and they come shooting, and it's a shooting. And then there's a fight action scene all throughout. It was excellent. So, and then we have Felicity just pretty much throwing in the towel and saying, "I'm done with this stuff." So, and then Diggle just doesn't know what to do anymore. He just feels like anymore. When Laurel asks what he's gonna continue doing or something like that. So I'm like, you guys can't just leave. What's gonna happen? Roy's gonna just take all these guys by himself? I'm like, you guys can't quit this. So, anyways, Laurel is just looking at some stuff. She sees the mask. She sees some of the gloves that her sister wore and the Sonic Scream thing. It was cool. Yes. And then all of a sudden, two of Brick's men. Before that, we see Brick saying, "We are going to take over the glade." So two of Brick's men come back, and they say, and then Brick's men go to the car, and then before they know it, the windows are shattered, and then all of a sudden we see Laurel's debut as the Black Canary, and she is kicking their tail. Meanwhile, in the flashbacks, Amanda Waller has Maceo and Oliver kick some butt. Have to go and kick some butt by going into a office which turns out to be infiltrated with many of China White's men, and then they shoot at them, and then there's an excellent action scene as well. And then it comes to an end where he is spares when Oliver has one of Danny's mooks. One of China White's books at his mercy, and he decides to let him live. And then at the end of that, Amanda Waller's like, a bit of a shame that you just let him go. And it's like, so we can't interrogate him. You mean torture him? Oliver said basically, and then things go, and then things go. Those were the extent of the flashbacks. And now comes the surprising, shocking ending. Okay, so we see Oliver was pushed down a ravine. One of the members of the League of Assassins took him, and they take him to some sort of house, and then it turns out that all of a sudden, before you know it, oh wait, hold on, and the person who took him just so happened to be Maceo. And here's where the kicker comes in. Oliver is brought back to life. That is so awesome. Awesome. And here's the extra kicker. Tatsu is still alive. I'm so excited. I'm so happy. And I was a little shocked. I didn't think Oliver was going to be brought back to life this quickly, but still. I kind of thought this was going to be a hole for a long time, but wow. Well, before that, there was a rumor. I thought they were going to bring him back to life via Lazarus Pits, but it doesn't seem to be so. But anyways, I'm so glad that Oliver is back to life. So, and that Tatsu's still alive. So, wow, good stuff. This was a great episode. I'll have to give it before that, I was going to give it a 9.3, 8.9, but now, with that ending, I'm going to give it a 9.5, 9.6, 9.5 or 9.6 out of 10. I think I'll give it a 9.6 out of 10. This was good stuff. This was an excellent episode. It's so good to have Arrow back. It is also good to know that it has been renewed for a 4th season. Again, this is a 9.6 or 9.5 out of 10. Alright, excellent video. I'm so super excited for the next episode. That's all for this video.